Hi everyone, my name is Amaris Melina and welcome to our Wonder Girls camp. We are so excited to have all of you guys here today with us. I am part of the Crisis Center of West Texas Prevention Team. So what we do is we go out to schools and we kind of talk about healthy relationships and just different kinds of things. So some of you might recognize me, some of you might not. If you do, hi, welcome back to our Wonder Girls camp. Like I just said, we're so excited to have you guys here. And my videos are going to be about confidence. So in your bags, you guys might have gotten this book called The Confidence Code for Girls. We're going to be using this book for all of my videos and talking about confidence and just how, what is confidence and how we can put our confidence into effect or how our confidence can go up or down, right? So if you guys open up your book and go to page 9, we're going to start on chapter 1 of this book. It's called, or section 1 of this book, talking about what is confidence. So if you have not read through this book already or opened up your book, we're going to be talking about different chapters throughout the weeks of this camp. So every week we're going to be talking about a different chapter. So if you open up your book to chapter 1, it should look like this. If you want to go ahead and read this little story right here, it's called Kayla's Big Risk Part 1. Go ahead and look at that, take a read at it real quick, and then we can go ahead and get started. I'll give you guys some time to do that. If you want to pause this video, just start it back up whenever you finish reading. Okay, so Kayla's big risk. It says to be continued at the bottom, right? So Kayla didn't have, I don't want to say courage, but she didn't have the confidence, right? At the beginning, she was like, well, I don't know if I should try out for the basketball team because what if this happens or what if that happens, right? And so she ended up actually giving it a shot, right? And when she did, she didn't make the team. And she was super sad when she didn't make the team. And she's like, I'm not on the list. I failed, and everybody can see it, right? So when everybody can see that we failed or that we weren't able to do something because we failed or whatever the case might be, how do you think that makes us feel? Think about it. When you fail or when something doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to, how does that make you feel? It makes you feel sad, right? It might make you feel bad. Some of us might say, okay, that didn't go well, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it again until I get it right, or until I'm able to make the team, or until I'm able to do X, Y, Z, whatever the case might be, right? For Kayla, it was not being able to make the basketball team, and her being sad because everybody's gonna see that she failed. So, confidence, right? Did Kayla have confidence? When we talk about confidence, it's our thoughts, right? We think, well, am I gonna be able to do this? Thoughts plus confidence equals action, right? How it says on page 9. Thoughts plus confidence equals action. So, Kayla thought, well, am I going to be able to do this? She had the confidence to do it, and she did it, right? So it's like saying, riding a bike, let's say, right? For example, riding a bike, thinking, well, am I going to be able to do it? Am I not going to be able to do it? And then saying, you know what, I'm going to try it. So you think about it, you have the confidence to do it, and you do it, right? You might fail the first couple of times if you've never ridden a bike, but as you go on, you'll get better and better in building up your confidence in being able to ride a bike, right? So confidence is what you use to help you do anything that seems hard, scary, or impossible, right? So, right, the first time you ride a bike, it's scary, right? You're like, oh, am I going to do it? Am I going to fall? I don't want to fall. And it's really scary. I mean, I was scared. I was scared the first time I ever rode a bike. So imagine confidence being a tiny, powerful coach inside your mind, helping you do all the things that you want to do, right? I know you might think, well, I can't do this, but there's that little confidence that tells you, yes, you can do this. So on page 10, if you flip the page, which of these actions requires confidence? I want you guys to go ahead and read story 1, 2, and 3, right? It talks about Eve, it talks about Kate, and it talks about Isabella. I want you guys to pause this video, read through these 3 stories, and I want you to point out which story, it could be more than one answer, which story shows that somebody requires confidence, or that their actions require confidence. So go ahead and pause this video and read through these stories, and we'll discuss which ones you think require confidence. So go ahead and do that. Okay, so if you click play, it's because you already finished reading these stories, right? So let's break it down. If you think number 1 requires confidence, if you think number 2 requires confidence, or if you think number 3 requires confidence, right? I want you to write in your journal which one of those 3 you think requires confidence. Now I want you to flip over to the next page, which is page 12 and 13. If you answer number 1 or 3 or both, you are totally right, right? The girl who talked to her friend and the girl who tried out for the play did something that clearly required confidence, Number 2 requires a little bit of confidence too, but not as much as, number 1 or number 3. Like we said, confidence requires your thoughts, confidence, and it equals action, right? So for story number 1, Eve did a hard thing in trying to talk to Hannah, who was upset about who was upset for about an hour after Eve confessed her feelings, that they both learned to be more honest with each other and sensitive about what they say in the future, right? So Eve talked to her friend because there was a problem. So that required confidence on Eve's part in being able to talk to her friend and say what she was actually feeling and what the problem was. So for number 2, Kate tried out and made the math late, but she didn't do something that hard, did she? She basically kept doing what she was already doing or what she was already good at. So let's see her take on more challenging activities that would require more confidence. And for number 3, talking about Isabella really did stretch herself when she tried out. She didn't make it and she was bummed, but she realized afterward that she still wanted to be in the musical. She plans to prepare for the next audition differently. For one thing, she's going to start training her voice so that when she's nervous, it doesn't get thin and wavering. Lots of people didn't make it and their lives weren't over. What's the important thing? She took the risk and took the action, right? Sometimes we might be scared and saying, I am not good at this, but you know what? I'm going to try it. Just because, if you keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, you eventually get good at it, right? And you build up the confidence to be able to do whatever you have been wanting to do. So the essential idea of all of these stories is action, right? Think of verbs and action words, right? When you think of action, what do you think of? You might think of jumping off a high diving board. You might think of talking to a neighbor about babysitting or trying a new sport like Kayla did, right? It requires action. It requires doing something, like the example I gave earlier about riding a bike, right? It requires you having to do something that you've never done before, or not that you've never done before, but something that, requires you to have enough confidence to be able to actually do it. So try something, do something, make something. Join something, say something, be something. Can you get the picture? It's being something that you have never done before, trying something, trying to do something, making something happen, or making something in general. Joining a club, joining something, saying something about something that's bothering you or that isn't okay or you think is okay, or being something, right? So on page 13, we have confidence is blank. I want you guys to go ahead and get your journals, or you can write it on the book if you want and put confidence is blank. Fill in the action word here unless you don't want to and use your journal. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple of minutes, couple of seconds to write down confidence is blank. Put your action word. What is confidence for you? So now remember, what is your confidence word? And whenever you think of confidence, you think of your confidence word. So now we're going to move on to girls of action, right? Going into action, actually doing whatever it is that you don't feel confident doing. So we're going to go ahead and turn on to page 14. And we're going to read the confidence close-up, and it's a story about Ava. So again, I'm going to go ahead and let you do that. Read through that. And I will see you guys in a few minutes when you finish reading. Okay, so of course, different people will need confidence for different things, right? The many girls we spoke with us gave us a big and varied list. So when we talked about Ava's story, she was scared, right? She loved to take pictures. She loved to post on her Pinterest about the pictures that she was taking. And then she finally was at the park and saw some women doing, sorry if I do not know how to say this, they were doing Tai Chi. And she's like, oh, this is a perfect shot. I'm going to go ahead and ask them if I can take a picture of them. She asked, and they say yes. They said yes. So that builds up her confidence, right? For the next time she'll feel a little bit more confident in being able to ask someone, hey, can I take a picture of you? Or can I do this and can I do that? We should always ask before taking a picture of someone. So moving on to page 16, which is using confidence. We have a list of things I'm going to go ahead and read out to you guys of girls that spoke up and gave us kind of a list of what they need confidence for. So the first one is asking my friend why she cropped me out of a picture on Instagram. Telling people I'm gay and not hiding any part of myself. Speaking up about bullying even if kids get mad at me. Trying out for track even if I only run when I'm late. Staying quiet, knowing how to listen and not making it all about me. Speaking up in class, showing people the real me, they might not like me. Going to gym class, I'm afraid of looking totally uncoordinated. Telling my friends I want to be myself, but I don't have the nerve to say no when they want to hang out. And meeting new people, it's scary, right? So confidence warm up. Now we are going to take a crack at it. First of all, gather your tools that you'll need to start building your own confidence tone. A pen, a pencil, your notebook. Get your notebooks, get your pens, your journal. If you want to use your phone to write these down, preferably use your journal because writing things down helps us remember things better. So this is going to be your confidence notebook, right? You might be rolling your eyes or grinding about extra homework, but this isn't math or history. It's all about you being awesome, right? So start by thinking of things that really challenge you, the things that might take more confidence, and jot them down on one page. Write them and write the good things on the other page. So here's an example, right? Things that you like to do and things that are hard for you. So here it says, like to do video games, science labs, things that are hard for me, talking to a waiter, just being me. Sometimes it takes a huge amount of confidence just to be yourself, right? At your age, feelings are bigger, stakes seem higher, and your impulses can be confusing. You have the urge to define yourself and show independence, but also feel absolutely essential to fit in, right? At this age, you really do want to fit in. You're like, should I do this? Should I do that? I want to fit in. I don't know if I should wear this. And I'm going to stand out more. Just X, Y, and Z, whatever the case might be. So an example could be that I can take confidence and courage to show up as yourself or trying to fit into a mold, right? For example, like LGBTQ kids. They deciding to talk about what you're feeling and who you really are for sure requires confidence, since it may not be what other people are used to. Anytime you challenge what seems normal to most people, you need confidence in who you are at your core, right? So you probably know this already, but sometimes the people who seem the most confident aren't the most confident at all. So we're moving on to page 20, imposter behavior, right? Again, I'm going to go ahead and let you read through that on page 20. Read the confidence close-up and read through Kara's story. So by now you're seeing what confidence is and how it's and what it's not, right? So to start up to spot it in people, start to spot it in the people around you. So find role models, right? Other incredible girls and women that you have read about. What's the best part of what they do? Write it down in your notebook. People that inspire you. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple of minutes to do that. Now, look for fakers. All those people who use counterfeit confidence to be mean or put other people down and put themselves down. Shout it out. Grab your phone and send it a confidence compliment to your mom, right? To your sister, to your friend. Say, you know what? I've noticed that you did this. You're awesome. You're amazing. You're great. At this point, it should be pretty clear what confidence is and why it matters so much, right? Thinking back into going back into, what was her name? Kayla's story, sorry. Going back to Kayla's story, how she wasn't confident in going and trying out. But by doing it, she gained a little bit more confidence for the next time. For the next time, she's going to be a little bit more prepared. She's going to know what it feels like because she's already been through it once. So that is all I have for you guys for this week. I hope you guys kind of have an understanding of what confidence really is, how to build your confidence, and how your thoughts plus your confidence equals action. Next week we'll be looking at chapter 4. If you guys have any other questions, you want to just look over chapter 4 for next week, and you want to let me know, go ahead and email me. I will leave my email down here, or just send it to you guys in your email so you guys can have it. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.